The Northern Ireland Assembly Committee Room 30. This is the Northern Ireland Assembly Committee Room 30.
Order. Good afternoon, members. Welcome to the Northern Ireland Assembly Public Accounts Committee. We have a quorum and we are now in public session. Before we go through the agenda, I would like to thank Mr O'Toole for his contribution and hard work and diligence to the Public Accounts Committee. I understand that you are being transferred. I don't know if there's a big fee being paid or it's a free transfer or whatever, but you're being replaced, Mr O'Toole, and I wish you well wherever your party is sending you next. And thank you very much indeed for your time and contribution to Public Accounts Committee.
Thank you very much, Chair. It's been enjoyable. I think my agent must have eaten up all the fee because I don't seem to be getting anything. But anyway, thank you for your. I've enjoyed my time in the committee.
Okay. Okay, members. So, welcome to today's meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. Can I just point out that mobile phones must be set to airplane mode or turned off. It is not sufficient to put mobiles on silent mode as they continue to interfere with the Assembly recording. The session is being recorded in video and audio and can be accessed via online streaming either on the Assembly website or Democracy Live. Apologies. I have apologies from Mr Irwin and Ms Flynn. Any others? Okay. Minutes of the meeting of the 7th of October are in your packs, pages 7 to 12. Are members content and do you have your agreement to sign them as being a true and accurate record of the meeting? Content. Okay, thank you. Agenda item 3 then, declaration of interests. Yeah, members, at each meeting you're required to register relevant financial or other interests in the members' register of interests. Is any member any interest I want to declare this afternoon?
Just read my declaration as a committee member of Rodensville School and Horizon Sure Start. We're discussing the report.
Yeah. Mr Mayor.
Member of the Board of Governors of Priory Integrated College in Holywood.
Cahirlock and Chairman of Nice School in Nigeria, preschool to the medium of Irish.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Member of the Board of Governors of Clay School in Katy.
I declare an interest as a Governor of the Belfast Girls Model and Edinburgh Primary Schools. Agenda item 4 then is matters arising. I have no matters arising from the minutes. Any members, any matters arising? No. Okay, so agenda item 5 then, correspondence 16 to 44 of your pack. In terms of, we welcome Mr Donnelly and Mr McCunts and Mr Thomas Wilkinson and Kyle Bingham are joining us remotely. Thomas, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Chair.
Good afternoon. Okay, so I refer correspondence from Mr Colin Boyle, County Officer, Department of Finance, regarding his availability to attend the evidence session on the 25th of November 2021 regarding strategic review of budget process. This correspondence includes biographies of the officials who will be attending. Are you content to note? Agreed? Members, I refer to correspondence dated the 8th of October, pages 21 to 44 of your pack, from Mrs Tracy Maharg, the County Officer and Permanent Secretary, Department of Communities, regarding additional information on the Sports Sustainability Fund. The information has been sent to the Northern Ireland Audit Office for inclusion in the draft report. The response includes a letter to Antoinette McKeown, Chief Executive of Sport NI from the Department, dated the 3rd of March 2021, with a full list of applicants outlining the amounts claimed and those above £500,000. Minutes of the meeting of the Sport NI Board held on Wednesday the 10th of February 2021, and minutes of the extraordinary meeting of the Sport NI Board held on the 26th of February 2021, outlining the Sport NI funding decisions. The supporting paper detailing the decisions to support the 9.5 has not been provided, and it's clear from the minutes that there was concern that some members of the lack of representation of sports, women's sports, small bodies in terms of sporting codes, and whether governing bodies had an unfair advantage to co-design the scheme. With reference to legal advice, you will note the Department received this legal advice on the 5th of July and our evidence session was on the 8th of July. This is after a decision was taken to grant awards on the 26th of February. Members, it has been agreed, for those who have just joined, that we will deal with this in closed session at the end of the meeting. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. Members, will remain in open session to discuss our next agenda item, Ministerial Direction. Agenda item 6 then is Ministerial Direction, Creative Individuals Recovery Fund, at pages 46 to 51 of your pack. I refer to correspondence from Mr. Kieran Donnelly, the Comptroller and Auditor General, excuse me, dated the 11th of October 2021, pages 46 and 47 of your pack, regarding a Ministerial Direction, Creative Individuals Recovery Fund. Ms. Tracy Maharg, the Accounting Officer, Department of Communities, had sought a Ministerial Direction from the DFC Minister Deirdre Hargey, MLA, on the 9th of September 2021 to put in place arrangements for individual payments for up to £2,000 to self-employed and freelance individuals to prevent loss of skills in culture, languages, arts and heritage sectors. The Ministerial Direction is designed to prevent individuals and their talent and expertise from leaving the creative economy, thereby potentially destabilising the sector and the benefits it delivers. It is anticipated that the fund will support somewhere in the region of 2,500 successful applicants and will cost a maximum of £5.5 million, including delivery. The CNAG has provided the relevant correspondence which underpinned the decision to proceed with the delivery of the scheme at pages 48 to 51 of your pack. In Annex is A, 12th September letter from the DFC Minister to the Minister of Finance. Annex B, 14th September letter from the Minister of Finance approving Ministerial Direction. And Annex C, Ministerial Direction issued by Minister Hargey on the 12th of September. Members, the Comptroller and Auditor General will be keeping this matter under review as the audit of the 2021-22 financial statements progresses. However, I would just ask at this stage, Mr. Donnelly, have you any comment you want to make?
Just a couple of points. This is probably the second scheme for the creative industry. The first one was more on the relief of hardship. This one really wasn't about hardship. It was to ensure that creative people stayed in the industry and didn't move elsewhere. There was also a business case in this. With many of the directions that have come here, you know, there wasn't time to do a business case. There was a business case here. So there was one group in the department prepared the business case and another group then that assessed it for value for money. That was a good process, and their view was then that there wasn't enough to actually justify it on value for money grounds. I suppose what I would say, these schemes will be challenging for us as auditors when we subsequently go out, and this will be through the Arts Council, because a lot of the claims they're self-certified, so it's how we gather sufficient evidence on that. So that's something we're going to have to battle with. That's really all I want to say on it.
Okay. Okay. No other member, if no member has any comment to make, we'll now go into closed session to discuss the issues paper from our evidence session last week. Okay. Remember anything you want to raise? No. Okay.
Is the Northern Ireland Assembly Committee Room 30.